Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to take a deep dive into a story that that started at a Bean Ridge coffee shop in Denver.
Oh, wow.
It involved Elon Musk and a MAGA hat.
Oh,
Yeah, and it sparked a whole lot of controversy.
I bet.
And we got a ton of sources for this one.
Oh.
News articles, social media threads, even some firsthand accounts.
Sounds juicy.
We're going to break it all down for you.
It's wild how, like, just a simple interaction
Right.
can just blow up and turn into something huge.
Totally. It's like
Thanks.
this incident kind of became this like microcosm of all the bigger conversations
Yeah.
happening right now.
Yeah.
So to set the scene, picture yourself at this
Riveting.
Bean Ridge in Denver.
Okay.
It's, your typical cafe,
Mm-hmm.
local art on the walls, that like cozy community atmosphere.
Yeah.
But then the mood shifts like super dramatically when this man walks in
Sick.
wearing a bright red Meiji hat.
Oh, boy. A symbol that is, like, guaranteed to get
Mhm.
people riled up these days. It's like he almost wanted to, like, stir the pot
Right.
walking into a place that's known for being,
Right.
pretty progressive.
And the thing is, this wasn't just some random guy,
Right.
trying to make a statement.
Yeah.
It turns out the man in the Meiji hat
Yeah.
was Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Wow, the CEO of Bean Ridge
Right.
wearing a MAGA hat
I
in his own coffee shop.
know.
That's kind of crazy,
Yeah.
with his history of, like, pushing the boundaries
Oh,
and
yeah.
being all provocative online.
Right.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't, like,
I know.
post a selfie or something the second he walked in with the hat.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, this is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
The barista, her name was Lily Summers.
Okay.
She's described in our sources as someone who's like deeply committed to social justice.
Okay.
So you can imagine
Yeah.
what was going through her head.
Yeah, I bet she was conflicted.
Oh, totally.
Her own values telling her one thing, but her job, saying something else.
Totally.
So what did she do?
She froze.
Oh, wow.
The cafe had this policy of
Yeah.
like serving all customers equally,
Mhm.
but in that moment, she just she couldn't bring herself to serve him.
It's a pretty powerful statement to
Right.
refuse service
Yeah,
based on a principle like that.
totally.
It definitely raises questions about
Yeah.
where's the line
Right.
between personal beliefs
Totally.
and what you're supposed to do for your job.
Exactly.
So how did Elon Musk react to that?
Surprisingly, he remained calm.
Oh, really?
He even asked Lily
Wow.
why he couldn't get served.
Oh,
And so they had this like really tense back and forth,
I bet.
which thankfully somebody caught on their phone.
Oh, of course someone was filming this.
Right.
You can't have like a viral moment these days
Hang on.
without a phone recording it.
Right.
So what happened?
So Lily told him that the hat represented like everything that she, and in her opinion, the cafe stood against.
Okay.
And like you could just feel the tension
Yeah.
in the whole room.
Right.
And then Elon Musk does what Elon Musk does.
What's that?
He like calmly pulls out his business card.
He whipped out his business card.
Yeah.
What was he gonna do?
It gets better.
Okay.
The card said Elon Musk, founder and CEO, Bean Ridge Coffee.
Oh, wow. Talk about a power move.
Right.
I don't even know if it was intentional or not, but
Yeah.
what a moment.
Yeah. And the entire cafe just went silent.
I bet.
Lily was like mortified.
Yeah.
And all the other customers who just moments ago were like buzzing with, debate and everything,
Yeah.
suddenly found themselves like in the middle of this real life
Yeah.
social experiment.
Right. And of course, this did not stay
No,
contained to that one Bean Ridge.
of course not.
This is where social media comes in.
Right.
Big time.
Yeah, the customer who was filming posted the whole thing online,
Of course.
and it instantly went viral.
Oh, I bet it had everything.
Yeah.
Celebrity CEO,
Mhm.
politically charged symbol,
Uh-huh.
this barista who's seemingly, standing up
Yeah.
for what she believes in.
Totally. And I'm sure Lily and Elon Musk,
Yeah.
they both faced a lot of
Well,
fallout.
absolutely. Lily was probably bombarded with messages.
Oh, yeah.
Some people praising her,
Yep.
other people criticizing her.
Mhm.
And I bet even Bean Ridge corporate got involved.
Oh, yeah. They were concerned about the negative attention.
Makes sense.
Well-
Corporations hate bad press.
Right.
So Elon's known for being unpredictable online.
He is.
But I'm curious how he addressed this publicly.
Well, after a few days of silence, he released a video statement.
Okay.
He acknowledged the incident,
Okay.
expressed respect for Lodi's principles,
Hmm.
even said that he believes in, standing up for what you believe in.
That's an interesting tactic.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely encouraging dialogue, but
Right.
some people might see that as just damage control,
Right, yeah.
protecting his brand.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
It's hard to separate the person from the brand,
Yeah,
especially someone as big as Elon Musk.
totally.
But he didn't stop there.
Oh, really?
He actually reached out to Naomi Carter,
Okay.
who is a well-known social justice advocate
Mm-hmm.
in Denver.
Now, that's a move I wouldn't have predicted.
Right.
Bringing in someone like Naomi Carter
Yeah.
suggests that he actually wants to,
Right.
hear from people who see things differently.
Exactly.
So what did they do?
They decided to host a community meeting.
A community meeting?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty bold move.
I know.
I mean, these conversations can get really heated.
Oh, they do.
So what was the atmosphere like?
You could cut the tension with a knife.
Wow.
There were people there from all walks of life,
Okay.
and they all had strong opinions.
So was the tension from that Bean Ridge
Yeah.
spread to the whole community?
It did.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Did anyone change their mind?
Yeah.
Did any new perspectives come out?
Yeah, it was interesting how that whole interaction between Lily and Elon, just spread through the entire room.
Yeah.
You had people from all walks of life.
Right.
There was a young woman
Okay.
whose immigrant parents,
Yeah.
had faced a lot of hardship because of, certain policies.
Okay.
And then you had a veteran
Okay.
who felt like his right to have an opinion was being attacked.
Right.
And then, of course, there was Lily.
Yeah.
So many different perspectives.
Yeah, a real clash of viewpoints.
Yeah.
And it all kind of started with that one encounter at Bean Ridge.
Yeah.
So how did Elon Musk handle all of this?
Well, he actually surprised a lot of people.
Really?
He started by acknowledging that, that MAGA hat,
Yeah.
it meant different things to different people.
Right.
And he said he didn't know everyone's personal experiences,
Right.
but he did explain what it meant to him.
Okay.
He said for him, it represented individual freedom,
Okay.
economic opportunity, and a belief in positive change.
Yeah. That's a really important point, isn't it?
It is.
Symbols
Yeah.
can be so personal.
They
They can mean totally different things to different people.
Exactly.
We can't just assume we know why someone's wearing something or what it means to them.
Right.
So did anyone challenge his interpretation?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
That young woman, Erin,
Yeah.
she shared how the hat actually represented exclusion and hardship
Right.
for her family,
Wow.
which directly contradicted Elon's more optimistic
Wow.
interpretation.
Yeah. That must have been a tough moment.
It was.
So how did Elon react to that?
He listened.
Really?
Yeah, he thanked Erin for her honesty, and he acknowledged the pain that the symbol
Right.
caused for so many people.
Yeah. That's big.
He didn't try to argue with her or defend himself,
Right.
which I think surprised a lot of people.
Yeah. Especially these days.
Yeah.
It's so rare to see someone actually listen to a different point of view. So
Yeah.
what about the veteran Rick?
Yeah.
What did he have to say?
Rick talked about serving his country
Mm,
and, fighting for the right to have different opinions.
right.
And he was concerned that that right was kind of being eroded
Yeah.
by all the division he was seeing.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people,
Right.
regardless of their political beliefs,
Yeah.
can relate to that feeling.
Yeah.
So what about Lily?
Yeah. Did she end up speaking at the meeting?
She did.
Oh, wow.
And it was a real turning point.
Okay.
She admitted that she made a decision
Yeah.
in the heat of the moment
Mm-hmm.
based on what she thought was right.
Right.
But she also acknowledged that, shutting someone out
Yeah.
wasn't the answer.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah, she apologized for any hurt that she caused.
That's brave.
Yeah.
Apologizing publicly like that,
Yeah.
especially when you think you were doing the right thing.
It's not easy.
No, it's not.
So what was the reaction?
Yeah. What did people think of her apology?
You could just feel this wave of relief in the room.
Okay.
Even Elon seemed moved
Really?
by her honesty
Right.
and, her willingness to admit that she could have handled things differently.
Yeah.
And after that, I think people started feeling more comfortable,
Yeah.
opening up,
That makes sense.
sharing their own stories
Right.
about how certain policies or symbols had affected them.
Mm.
We heard from a Black mother who talked about feeling marginalized,
Okay.
a small business owner who was struggling to
Uh-huh.
keep his business afloat,
Right.
a college student who explained why she marched for causes she believed in.
Wow.
It became clear that this wasn't just about a MAGA hat
Right.
or even about Elon Musk.
Yeah.
It was about something much bigger.
It's amazing how a seemingly isolated incident,
I know.
a cup of coffee, a red hat,
Yeah.
a viral video
It's crazy.
could spark such a deep and complex conversation.
It is.
So did everyone suddenly agree on everything? No.
Or was there still tension?
There were definitely still disagreements,
Right.
but the tone of the conversation had changed.
Okay.
You know, Naomi Carter, who was facilitating the meeting, she reminded everyone that the point wasn't to agree,
Right.
but to understand.
Yeah.
She said that dialogue, even when it's hard,
Right.
was important.
That's so true.
And Elon agreed.
He did.
Yeah, he said that he came to listen and understand,
Okay.
and that he hoped this was just the beginning.
Wow. So the community meeting wasn't like the end of the story.
Right.
It was more like a starting point.
Yeah.
So what happened after the meeting?
Well, the media frenzy died down,
Right.
and life at that Denver Bean Ridge
Yeah.
started to go back to normal.
Okay.
But under the surface, things had shifted.
Yeah.
And Elon, thinking about all the stories he heard,
Mhm.
decided to do something positive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. What did he do?
He called Naomi Carter back,
Okay.
and together they came up with a plan.
That would have a ripple effect.
Wow.
Way beyond that one bean ridge
Right.
in Denver. So we left off with Elon and Naomi, all energized from that community meeting,
Yeah.
ready to turn this whole thing into something positive.
Mhm.
What did they come up with?
Well, they decided to use this whole incident
Yeah.
as kind of like a springboard
Okay.
for this new initiative they called Bridges at Bean Ridge.
Bridges at Bean Ridge.
Yeah.
I like that. And it was going to be this platform for like
Oh,
open and honest conversations
Mhm.
across all the Bean Ridge locations.
wow. So from this one controversial thing in Denver
I know, right.
to a nationwide initiative,
Pretty ambitious.
it is. What exactly did Bridges at Bean Ridge do?
So they had a few different things they wanted to do.
Mhm.
First, they wanted to like turn the cafes
Mm-hmm.
into like hunks for these constructive conversations.
Okay.
So they were going to host these like regular open forums
Mm-hmm.
with, skilled facilitators like Naomi.
Where people could come and talk about important issues.
So kind of like replicating that energy
Exactly.
from that community meeting in Denver
Yep.
at Bean Ridges all over the country.
Exactly.
I like that. Were there any other elements to the program?
Yeah, they didn't want it to just be talk.
Right.
Elon actually committed to funding scholarships
Wow.
for underserved students.
Okay.
They were going to partner with local organizations
Mhm.
that were doing good work in communities.
Nice.
And they were even going to host these monthly events
Wow.
focused on bringing people together.
That's awesome. So they were really trying to make a difference.
Yeah, they wanted to have a real impact.
That's great. So what about Lily?
Oh,
What happened to her?
well, Elon saw, how much she had grown
Right.
through this whole experience.
Yeah.
And he realized she had this unique perspective.
Hmm.
So he asked her to be a part of the team.
No way from refusing to serve him coffee
I know, it's crazy, right?
to working with him on this huge initiative.
What a journey.
It really is. How did Lily react?
Well, she was surprised at first,
I bet.
but she agreed to do it.
Wow, for her.
She had seen how powerful dialogue can be,
Mhm.
and she wanted to help create more understanding
Yeah.
in a world that feels so divided.
That's so important.
It is.
So the barista who once, had that confrontation with Elon Musk over a MAGA ad
Yeah.
was now working with him to build bridges.
Did the initiative actually work, though?
It did. The impact was amazing.
Wow.
That Denver Bean Ridge,
Right.
the one that was like the symbol of all this division,
Yeah.
it became like a model
Cool.
for what bridges at Bean Ridge could do.
Okay.
People from all different backgrounds were coming together,
Wow.
not just for coffee,
Right.
but for real conversation.
Yeah, it's great.
They were even becoming friends.
That's amazing. It's crazy how a place
right.
that was once so tense
Yeah,
could become a place of connection.
it is. How did Lily handle all this? She was a manager now, right?
Yeah, she was managing the Denver Bean Ridge.
Okay.
She was thriving.
Really?
Yeah, she had learned to really listen to people
Mm-hmm.
and to try to understand different points of view.
Yeah.
Her experience, as challenging as it was,
Yeah.
it really changed her.
Right.
It didn't change her beliefs,
Right.
but it helped her understand the world better.
I think Elon Musk went through a transformation too.
Yeah, I think he did.
He realized that symbols,
Mhm.
no matter how personal they are,
Right,
can mean different things to different people.
right. He went from digging in and defending his beliefs
Yeah.
to actually trying to understand
Yeah,
why people might see things differently.
totally. It's amazing that even someone like him,
Right.
with such strong convictions,
Yeah.
can still evolve.
Right. And grow.
So what's the takeaway from all of this?
I think it's a story about transformation.
Mm,
It shows that even when things get heated and controversial,
right.
dialogue can still lead to connection
Yeah.
and growth.
And it proves that we can build bridges,
Yeah,
even in a world that feels so divided.
exactly.
That's a message we all need to hear.
I agree.
So what do you think? Could something as simple as a cup of coffee
Yeah.
spark a movement for greater understanding in your community?
Mm.
What bridges would you build? Let us know.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening.